Hi, my name is Blake LeVine. I am a sober coach, and I want to talk about a drug called 2C-E. The street name for this drug is Europa, and it is a hallucinogen. People say that it feels like being on psychedelic mushrooms and hallucinogenics, and they get a very strong high when using this drug. The problem is it can be very dangerous if you mix it with other things like alcohol or you have a mental health condition. When you do 2CE or Europa, you are risking your life. Many young people think that because they can buy things online and they are not yet illegal, it is not a big deal. Do not think because you can get it, it will not harm you. In my own life, my little brother died at 27 of a heroin overdose just a few months ago. His life began with him partying and drinking and smoking pot and using this to cover up the emotions that he felt. He was insecure and he was very small as a boy, so getting high and partying was his way of dealing with the pain and struggles he felt. What happened was it progressed. He wanted to just drink and smoke pot, but drugs don't usually work that way. They hook you, and eventually you need stronger and stronger drugs. He eventually started taking opiates, and he finally became addicted to heroin. He never told me this. He didn't share with me what he was going through, because of course I would have forced him to seek help and to deal with these problems. I knew that he had an alcohol and marijuana addiction, and to me that was big a deal enough to seek help, but he wouldn't listen, and he continued to use these things. He had many friends, and he was popular, and he was someone who was always the life of every party or event that he went to. He finally was working at a ski resort in Vermont called the Okima Mountain. He had made many friends. He was working on the ski patrol, helping there, and he went out one night with his friends drinking. He came home, and for whatever reason he decided to use heroin. He was alone. He put one needle in his arm and he instantly died. He fell, he hit his head, and the scene was not very pretty. The next day his roommate came home and found him lying there dead in his blood. I don't mean to be graphic, but this is the reality of what happens if you have an addiction and you don't deal with it. Your life will end. You will die. I don't want that for you. Your family does not want that for you. You must seek help. I don't care how you do it, whether you go to a rehab or Narcotics Anonymous or Alcoholics Anonymous. Please find the courage and the strength to help. If you have a loved one that is battling addiction, do not let it slide. Do not justify it or enable it. Go make them seek help. We do a lot of work helping those with addiction and mental illness. I run a company called Bipolar Online. We do a coaching program where we'll guide and mentor and help you work through your issues. And we have a beautiful book that I wrote in honor of my brother. I wrote a book called Heroin, Depression, and Bipolar Disorder, a holistic guide to dealing with mental health and addiction. And it shares fascinating stories and lessons from his life, from the things I've learned as a therapist and sober coach, as well as stories of many other people who battled addiction and how they would work to recover and rebuild their own lives. I want to tell you, there is such resources out there available to you. Many people are scared or nervous to seek help. They don't know what to do. They feel overwhelmed. Making the change is the right choice. You have to find assistance and work on these issues. Please rebuild your life. If you happen to find this video, it was for a reason, whether it means helping other people. Maybe you want to work in the field, be a social worker, a therapist, or sober coach, or maybe your loved one is facing these issues, or you yourself know that you have an addiction. Do not stop trying to make change. You can work on these situations and make your life better. It is never too late. I wish my brother would have been open and honest with me, or I wish I would have known what he was going through and I would have helped him, but it's not too late to deal with these issues in your own life. Please see bipolaronline.com. You can find that wonderful book there, which is an amazing guide. I feel like it was a great way to share my brother's story and to honor him, and you will find so much hope when you read that book, whether you want to learn about addiction, whether your loved one is facing these issues, or you are battling your own addictions. That book will be a wonderful guide for you. I want to thank you for watching this video, and please know you can do it. I believe in you. Go to bipolaronline.com and work on rebuilding your life. Thanks so much, and I hope you have a great day or evening wherever you are.